Oh, hi, didn't see you there. Welcome to the warehouse. All right, so we're over here at the Katstaplast shelf. New drop this week, the Stig for us. 6'5", -2'1", so probably in that like crave / sting kind of spot in your bag. Slightly flippy, kind of a hyzer flip. Fairway driver kind of feels like a mid-range. They call it a mid-range driver. To me, it still has that driver feel, so that's kind of nice. We also have quite a few bergs still. We got some glow bergs in, so make sure you check those out. If you're a berg thrower, you need a little extra stability, check those out. I was talking to a guy in the store yesterday. He said these are really torque resistant. So if you want to throw a berg on forehand, there's your shot. Got K3, K3 hard, K1, K1 soft. If you're a berg guy, here's your bergs. Other thing I'd like to highlight, the Rico. I think the Rico maybe gets a little looked over for a throwing putter, especially the K3 or the K3 hard. You beat these in a little bit, they become that really nice like anhyzer shot or left to right shot if you're right hand, backhand that you can kind of just put in your bag. You don't have to really force it too much once they get beat in. Just really solid putter. They feel great in the hand, very round, especially if you're a fan grip guy like me. So make sure you check out the Rico. Got plenty of those in stock and all the different plastics.
All right, what's up y'all? Let's talk mid-ranges. Specifically on the Trilogy Alex, there's two of my favorite mid-ranges. The first one was one I came to early in I'm still a new disc golfer. Compass, the 5501. For a good disc golfer, it can do pretty much anything you want it to do. Throw a little Annie, it's gonna go right, throw a little hyzer, go left, or do a little hyzer flip up, and it'll glide much further than you'll think. And we have just a ton of variety of plastics. We got some retro in here, the Opto. Still got these unique Swedish stamp ones with the K on there as well. Super cool when those came in. Compass, can't go wrong for sure. Let's go talk about the Truth. The last few months, I keep saying I really need an overstable mid-range. I didn't know what that was. And then Robbie and Brad both reminded me, hey, Jason, there's this thing called the Truth that you used to throw. And as soon as I put it back in the bag, is what I had been missing. The Truth is an OG for those who've been disc golfing for a while, but for me as a new guy, it still didn't quite make sense. But once I put it back in there, it was perfect. It has the right amount of stability for what I wanted to do. If I really want to go super left, more hyzer, throw it flat, throw a little Annie to get a flex line on it. And like the Compass, we even have a bigger variety of Truths. Look at what we got here. We got the cool flag stamp and Lucid. Still got some of these fly dye, Dymax ones that are super cool. And still got a couple of St. Patrick's Day stuff. So be lucky. We all could use a little luck out on the course. The last thing we're gonna talk about, not quite a mid-range, we still got a couple of them left, a little putting approach. Saki Bomb Slammer. I mean, these things, the Raptor Eye Slammer specifically, we actually, when I bought this, I didn't think it was gonna leave my bag, and it hasn't yet. It has, I don't throw it a real long distance, but it can definitely get some glide out there, but it has that consistent finish the way you want for an overstable putting approach. And I know for my approach stuff, it is the perfect one, whether forehanding or whether backhanding. When it hits, it sits, and it's perfect. Still got a few left, especially this cool purple. Check it out now.
Hey, what's going on, everyone? Over here at the Innova section, we're gonna go over a few molds here. First off, we got the Charger. If you don't know what the Charger is, you're missing out. So the Charger right here is a 13.5, -1.2, kind of in between that Shrike and Destroyer kind of slot. If you're someone that throws around 400 feet, it's gonna be a nice bomber kind of flip up and then have that overstable finish at the end of its flight. But I know a lot of people throwing the Charger, brand new mold from Innova, and we've got it in Halo and some Star plastic. So bomber, pick it up. Next up, we've got the Toro, and let me tell you, the Toro is a great mold. 4-2-1-3, super overstable, like the Saki Bomb Slammer, a little bit shallower. It's a little bit more overstable than his own, but definitely gonna fill that overstable approach slot in your bag. Again, that's the Toro. We have it in Champ plastic, that new Innova stamp right there. And then we also have it in Star as well. And then moving on to the last mold we're gonna highlight, well, really two molds. We've got the Rock here. Rock is just a great, reliable mid-range. It's a 4403, and look, I'm not Trevor, I'm not Hunter, I'm not Connor, but I know what the Rock does. Rock is a great Innova staple mid-range. And if you're looking for something with a little bit more overstability, we've also got the Rock 3. So Rock 3 right here is a 5403. Again, a little bit more overstable, and we got it in champion plastic. We also got this kind of glitter metallic plastic as well. So check out Innova. We've got a good amount of it in stock, so check it out.
All right, we're in the MVP section. We're gonna talk about some throwing putters today. So I tell you what, the stabilizer, if like you tried the MV and you're like, it's not quite as overstable as I wanted off the shelf, or man, I love the MV, but maybe the overmold is like not your thing. Try the stabilizer. I've thrown several stabilizers now, and they're just like reliably overstable but workable putters. So they feel nice in the hand. They give you that nice putter feel, but really can be more of like that approach throwing putter off the tee for you if you need that. So make sure you check out the stabilizer. We have a bunch of different plastics in those, including some of the special edition ones they put out. We still have a few of those, so make sure you look at those. And we'll go down the aisle here to the proxies. We still have MCO Simon Fission proxies. I don't know how, but we still have them. So make sure you check them out. We don't have a ton left, but we have enough that, hey, if you wanted to grab one, this weekend's the weekend you need to grab it. So they're all cool. If you can see, they all have the swirly, beautiful rims with the Fission plastic. They feel great. I'm not a Fission plastic guy, honestly, but these feel awesome. Like, I've really debated grabbing one of these to replace my proxy I'm using currently. So plenty of variety there. Make sure you check them out. Until the one that's near and dear to my heart is the Envy. I want to talk about exclusively the Eclipse Envy. This disc, I have two in my bag. I just aced with one. Well, you'll see that video come out soon. But this is just my go-to. If I was like, hey, I need to play a one disc round, Eclipse Envy is what I'm playing with. Just super reliable. Once these beat in a little bit, it takes a minute because it is MVP. It is Eclipse plastic, but once you beat these in, they'll give you, like, you can bomb these things and then they'll go straight with a reliable overstable finish. Just a very, very good disc to have in your bag. And again, you have different types of plastic. We have Prism Plasma, we have like a Cosmic Electron, and these ones are a little bit more I guess understable compared to the Eclipse off the shelf. And when you beat these in, I've seen Jason throw these flip up. So I mean, a lot of usability. If you're a mold minimalist, Envy's the one for you because there's a lot of plastic and a lot of versatility. So make sure you check those out. Oh, and since we're on the Envy train, let's talk about this. Our boys over at Swanky still have some Stay Swanky Prism Plasma Envies. This one did make it in my bag as well. It flies super great. Little overstability at the end, exactly what I needed just to kind of fill the gap between a proxy and my Eclipse Envies. So make sure you check these out as well.
All right, we are gonna move into the Discraft section. We've got, first off, the Banger GT. This is a disc that I feel like just people undermine it so much. Banger GT is a 2301. It's just a straight putter. You beat this thing in, it's gonna go, it's gonna turn a little bit, but it's never really gonna turn over unless it's beat in a lot. Great for hyzer flips. Banger GT also has this groove track here, kind of indention into the mold. Gives it a very nice feel, kind of a place to put your thumb in on the disc, and it's just super comfortable in the hand. So great throwing putter. I think Michael Johansson actually putts with this still, so it's pretty sweet. Also a putter, I guess. But it's a great throwing putter, very neutral. Banger GT, check it out. Moving on here, want to highlight some what I call easy distance. And by easy distance, I'm talking about the Heat. So the Heat is a 9.6, -3.1, great beginner distance. If you're a newer player and you want to start throwing further, start moving up into the driver categories, Heat's a great one to start with because it's not very overstable at all. So it's gonna fly pretty straight if you're a beginner player, and it's just gonna be really good for those beginners, and maybe for those experienced players, probably a good roller disc as well. So Heat, great understable distance driver. Moving on to one of my favorite Discraft molds, and this is a mold that I put in the bag kind of really early on into my disc golf game, and that's the Raptor. Raptor is a 9403. You probably all know the Raptor for what it is. Raptor's a great overstable fairway driver. I guess it's a distance driver. distance fairway, almost in that kind of in-between category. Raptor's a great one though. We have them in a lot of plastics. We got them in Z, TI, Big Z, ESP Flex, tons out there. They're great for, I have 3 in the bag. They're really nice because you can beat them in and get them to fly straighter, but also have the new ones in the bag, get them to fly more overstable, very versatile.
All right, guys, we are in the accessories aisle. Highlight a couple of things. One specifically, we got a restock on the foundation patch. So if you want to represent the Foundation Nation while you're out there, feel free to grab one. I am a patch guy almost to a fault. I want to change my patches every week because I have way too many. I have too many things I want to represent. But the exciting thing about the week, and if you watched the live stream, the live poll on Wednesday, you would have seen this already. But we now have the +1 patch is now available for sale. This patch we get emails about weekly, and so we're excited to have it online today. Grab one while you can and be part of the Bogey Bros +1 life. Also going to highlight some certified used. We have certified used on the site. Often when we restock those, they fly out pretty quick because they're a really good deal. So we have like this distortion, for example. We have this distortion, a Prodigy 400 distortion. It looks brand new. Maybe there's a couple scuffs being thrown in the field. Fantastic deals on these things. Most of these things are often what the guys have thrown on a test run. Like there's a good MVP Nitro, or what we've done with our foundation care. Shout out for our foundation care. So if you get foundation care, return the disc, it comes back in. If we evaluate it and it sits over here, and that's often what these are. Folks who have tried these out and come back in. Ooh, a nice Fusion X Felon. We know Trevor loves his Felons. And then of course, let's go for, what is that? The Ethos Omen. I haven't thrown the Omen. Feels pretty sweet though. And of course the Thought Space stamps are awesome. So we still have a handful of certified used on the site right now. Check them out. All right, folks, one more thing to talk about today. We're very excited. Our subscription boxes. Some of y'all may know we have subscription boxes, some of you may not. If not, feel free to jump on that. We should still have some available by the time this drops. This month, one of the highlights of my month, each month, is getting to actually build the boxes. Brad and I have a lot of fun mixing and matching the discs. This month is our first unique custom run stamp specifically to us. It is the Firebird. Look at that sweet looking stamp. Says monthly box on there with foundation. A variety of colors on these. They all look awesome. This is one of my favorites. When Brad and I first pulled it out, we were amazed by it and it's awesome. We also have one other disc. I'm not gonna show you what the disc is, but I will show it has a bottom stamp foundation on there. So 2 unique discs that you can only get through being a member of the subscription club. Jump on there and grab some. These boxes are fun to do. This month's theme is a bird box. So that will kind of give you a highlight of what the third disc could be. They're awesome. We have fun building them. Grab one while you can. All right, that is it for the warehouse walkthrough. It was fun having Brad, Silas, and myself take over for the guys. Put a like and subscribe down there if you really like seeing us do more of these, okay? Have a good week.